Hey guys, today is April 24th and I'm standing in the clover plot that I frost seeded about 45 to 60 days ago. I really wanted to come in here, give you guys an update. That way you know what to expect in terms of your own food plots, and we can also continue to follow along on this story. But post-emergence, it looks phenomenal. There's a ton of different clovers and chicories that are popping up, and I'm really excited. There's not too much weed competition in here, which is really nice. I know when you're planting into a plot that's not been manicured, whether that's tilled or drilled or whatever from the year previous, you're gonna have a lot of weed competition, and so it's gonna take a lot of effort in terms of either spraying or mowing, and that doesn't appear to be the case on this food plot. There are a few weeds that have been growing in here, a few different broadleafs and some grasses. So my method here is I'm gonna hit it with a round of clethodim here in the next few weeks when the grasses really become prevalent. In this mix by Monster Buck, there's actually clover and chicory. So the normal 2,4-DB that you would spray on clover will not be possible because it's gonna kill the chicory. So to control the broadleaves, I'm just gonna let it grow up and try to mow it 3 different times this summer. Once on Memorial Day, once on the 4th of July, and once on Labor Day. And that should be really exciting. Walking into this food plot, I kicked out 14 different deer. So just knowing that there's gonna be a ton of browse makes me feel really good that we're gonna be putting a lot of tonnage in here in terms of clover. And then another thing I'm super excited about is we got access to a skid loader. So we're gonna take this 0.56 acre clover plot and make it more into 1.5 acres. And on the new, freshly turned dirt, I'm gonna plant some brassicas again. That way just give the deer a little bit of variety. And knowing this still isn't probably destination food, but we do have grain on all sides of us. So I just want this to be the green destination for those deer to make this green to grain transition. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. This is becoming more and more of my favorite part of the season every year, is being able to tee these farms up, make them as good as they can. And with a little bit of work, I think that's exactly what we're doing on this plot exactly. All right guys, well, it's actually been a couple days since the original interviews, but I wanted to go over kind of the fertilizing process that I'm going to put on this food plot. Like I've mentioned multiple times, we're looking at just over 1/2 acre, and so I'm going to put 100 pounds of fertilizer on here. I'm going to go a mix of potash and SO4, which is known as sulfate. I actually went to a local co-op today and told them exactly what I'm looking for in terms of really low nitrogen, but I still want to be able to put this on clover, and this is what they recommended me. So we got about 50 to 60 pounds of each. It's pretty rough measurements. It's actually just in 5-gallon pails. But I'm gonna put them in the bag seeder here and make a quick few laps around, switch it out, do it again, and should have a fertilized plot. Like I mentioned, it's already coming in great, and so this should just add fuel to the fire. And real quick, one other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, just because I know a lot of people have been asking, is what happened to the flyer buck. And last year, in the middle of November, he actually got shot by the neighbor. And unfortunately, that hunter was unable to recover him. But after that, I kind of got him sporadically. It's been, once every 2 or 3 weeks, just knowing that, hey, after he got shot, he kind of moved ranges. And I was able to find a shed this year, so he must have moved back in for whatever reason. And then I actually have a cell camera out on another farm that he's been living on, and he actually showed up a few days ago. He's got a big scar on his neck, a huge body, big front end, and a sucked up waist. So just wanted to give you guys an update on that deer. I've been saying that deer's old ever since I started hunting him 3 years ago. So I would imagine he's either 7 or 8 this year, and each year he's grown a more unique rack. So I'm excited to see what he's gonna turn into. He's definitely hard to hunt, and the reason for that is he doesn't live on the farm. I kind of hunt a farm that he just fringes onto, and so during the rut, this buck is making this big loop when he's searching for does, and when he's in between does, every once in a while I'll catch him on camera, and it's really demoralizing because, you know, just as soon as you think you lose hope, bam, he's back on camera once again, and you're going back after him. But that's just the way that deer is. Each deer has their own different personality, and unfortunately I have not been able to figure that buck out yet. So hoping to even the score with him this year, even though he's got a lot more wins on me than I'll ever have on him. So it's just been a fun chase for him, and like I said, I just wanted to give you guys an update. But as always, I appreciate you guys watching and continuing to follow along on these journeys and projects that I got going on.